I can't get that high note. Half of my life now I've been traveling around the world looking at different mountains and deserts and cultures and countries, and I've lost track of where I've been and who I've met. Nearly everyone would suggest coming to the UK and checking out the fell running scene. The Lake District is really kind of the epicenter of fell running and has been for over a century.
In some ways I'm jealous. You know, I can still remember the times I've been there and I've seen the different places, but you know, sometimes I wish that was me seeing it for the first time.
The thing that I initially found with the fell running culture here in the UK is, for lack of a better description, just complete lack of commercialization.
So this is a proper fell race?
No, they're not your march! Set, go!
Without really diving into the literature of it, you know, the history is there, and the people that are entrenched in the sport and have always been, you know, a part of the sport are from here. Why did it start, you know, in the late 1800s? Why are we still running fell races? Why are people still going out into the mountains and testing themselves? And there has to be a reason for it, and I think it comes down to a matter of aesthetics. It's people have an appreciation for certain things, and they make an effort to preserve them. I still don't know how to really convey like how incredible the times and the achievements of Joss, of Billy, of Kenny, you know, the greatness of their achievements. Other than that, they set records decades ago that people still aren't coming close to, and people are trying really hard. I'm still scratching my head at how they achieved what they achieved, why they chose to pursue these monumental feats that really don't mean anything beyond the valleys where they're living right now. I think perhaps the most amazing part about those feats is that they don't really seem to care if people understand what they accomplished.
People put you on a pedestal, but I don't. That was as good as I was, and so what? You just pulled your shorts on and you did what you thought was right. However good or bad Billy Bland was, that was as good as he was. That was me.
Watching Billy a couple mornings ago, looking out his window, and that he's been looking out for the past 40 years, and still being fascinated by the way the wind plays with a waterfall, or the way the clouds are flowing over a mountain. And you know, there's something very meditative about that.
It's part of me, as it's funny, and I appreciate it. It's got everything I desire.
There's a point where we're trying to see more and more throughout our lives, and I think it just ends up getting diluted.
Plenty of people thought that I wasn't right in me thinking, but I think I was.
You become two people. You're Ken Stewart in those days, and you're only reminded of that when people tell you. But it's very nice to look back and think you've got that little slot somewhere there that you did something anyway.
You come to a place and you find these guys that have essentially never left this one little mountain range. The Lake District was enough for them. At which point for me, I can't help but feel, you know, envy. Because in the end, I think that a single mountain range is enough exploration for an entire lifetime.